What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of the Wordcast, the weekly podcast where we sit down with you to talk about what's going on at the Word Productions, go over some video game news, chat about survival horror, machinima, and more. You'll have to excuse me, I'm a little bit sick. But yeah, so I'm one of your hosts, Shaun Clark, alongside Cody Howard. Say hi.
Hi.
And Jazz Rich.
Hello.
Odds are the listeners know who I am, but just in case you didn't know, I run the Word Productions, create machinima, I voice act in said machinimas primarily as Leon Kennedy, and I do Let's Plays. And so yeah, Cody, why don't you tell the audience a bit about what you do?
I'm Cody Howard, aka Demo Demon. I'm an audio engineer slash music artist, Demo Demon. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I do music, audio engineering, and just about every single day upload Let's Plays on the YouTube. And that's really about it, I think.
Yeah, so Cody also helps me out a little bit with some of my projects, doing some voice acting. He's done some music-related stuff, and we're working on some stuff for the future. So you'll probably see more of him. Well, you definitely will see more of him in the future because he's on this podcast.
When I made your Discord video, people were like, who is this guy? I don't trust this.
So if he periodically pops up randomly, you'll kind of understand that a little bit more. You won't be like, who the fuck is this guy and what is happening? Or maybe you will, who knows? So Jazz, you want to open up your heart to our listeners, or, tell us what you do?
What I do? Okay, well, I'm Jazz Rich. I guess I don't really know where to start off. I guess I do stuff for Waffle Poop, but we haven't really done anything much yet. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot.
That's okay.
I write machinima. I don't usually direct as much, but I've got the irrelevation.
English.exe has stopped working.
Yeah.
Jazz is shutting down.
My program is broken.
So
yeah, just mostly writing and voice acting is like you said.
Yeah, so Jazz is responsible for doing the machinima Resident Evil Revelations, which I help out on, but she came up with the idea, she writes most of it, does all the editing, does the acting for Jill, and yeah, so she's kind of taking on that whole machinima thing as a new endeavor, and she's off to a really good start. So
I guess I could have just went with I'm Jill.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm Jill. Jill is me.
Yep.
We are the same person.
We are one.
But yeah, so look out for more from her as well. All right. So now that you guys know who we are and what we do, let's oh shit.
Shaun shutting down.
Yeah, right. No, I'm looking at my notes and apparently I deleted something.
What?
So yeah, awesome. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. So what are you guys up to? What are you guys working on, Cody? What's some new projects that you have going on?
I'm working on, I think, my 4th or 5th freaking music album, Blackout Chapter 3. And other than that, I'm hopefully trying to get something done for October for Let's Plays and whatnot, because I honestly have no idea what to do. I got a freaking podcast going on tonight, every other Saturday. Real business. Dude, I got so much going on right now, it's fucking ridiculous. I barely stopped in your server to chat at all. I'm sure you've noticed.
Yeah, I've noticed, you bastard.
I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. I got so much shit.
Way to be a great admin.
Well, I look at the chat, I just don't talk.
Oh, okay.
He's D-leveled.
You're like, I'm doing my job, I'm just not
Last time I tried to flex my admin powers, Jazz told me to fuck off.
Oh, what?
Wow.
It was a while ago. It was like 2 months ago. You posted a meme. I was like, keep memes to the memes only page. And you're just like, fuck off.
I have no memory of this.
I was just like, all right.
That didn't go how I expected.
Yeah. You're like, fuck off. This meme is great.
So your other podcast, what is that?
It's primarily underground music talk where it's me, Skippy Ickham, and tonight it's our second episode and we're having our first guest. And yeah, it's just like kind of bullshit, talk about current news, interview music artists, talk about things going on in underground music and such and such. It's all music related stuff.
Cool.
Make some
So 100%,
bullshit.
you don't break off into any other topics.
I mean, we do. It's just if we do, it's just kind of like bullshit. Like, just did you hear about fucking the NRA talking about fucking Thomas the Train last week, shitting on them?
what the hell? No.
No, that's actually legit. It's not even a joke. If you ever want to talk about that today, I will.
Well, we don't want to steal from your other podcast.
No, I already talked about that.
Oh, okay. I mean, that is interesting. Like,
I mean, I didn't talk about it last week, but I wanted to.
yeah,
I don't give
What's
a fuck.
Thomas the Train?
What?
that's not real.
Do you really not know?
You don't mean
Is that
right?
it's the cartoon, right? Or
Yeah, like the children's
Oh,
show
okay.
with the trains that
You
have faces.
legitimately don't know what Thomas.
Listen, I'm a French kid, okay?
Hey, we live in an age of the internet.
They
okay?
never
You can't say
translated
that anymore.
No, they never translated that fucking train, so I didn't watch it.
What do you mean? You speak English?
Yeah, I was gonna
Now?
say that train speaks Canadian. Okay.
Does it?
I don't know. Why don't you ask it?
The only, like, it's like the trains come up and they speak French, but only the French I know, which is from Dexter. And then the trains come up, they're like, oh my dieu, fromage.
Now I'm just picturing a train coming at me on the tracks, and I'm like, I don't speak English. I can't see you. Sorry.
It's like some T-Rex, Jurassic Park fucking bullshit logic. It's like, as long as we stand still, it doesn't see us. And the train's like, choo choo. Omelette au fromage.
I mean, that's how trains work here. I don't know about you, but
Well,
Yeah.
Jazz, you owe it to yourself to look that up because Thomas the train is a fucking nightmare. Like, it's horrifying.
now I
so-
really want to look it up.
Was,
So yeah,
it's a kid show about a bunch of trains, and
it's kind of like, you know what Teletubbies are, right? Like,
Yes.
it's a kid show, but it's a fucking nightmare.
yeah, kind of. I
right.
guess the NRA was if you mind me going on about this,
No, go ahead.
the National Rifle Association of America, fucking whatever. It how do I say this? They added a new train, and it's like from fucking some weird African country or some shit, or Asia, or I don't know. And it's some sort of foreign train, and it's female. And for some reason, the NRA had a fucking fit because they're just like, why are we trying to diversify trains? Trains are trains. They don't have a gender, and they're not even skin
Jesus.
color. Why are we diversifying the things that don't even have skin color? They're fucking gray.
Transgender.
Oh,
That shit's getting out of control. Like, we can't do anything these days. Like, we're just
why are we trying
we're
to
victims of
diversify
society.
trains?
But anyways, let's move on.
Yeah, what's next?
So, last thing for you, for your Let's Plays, like, what do you have anything that you're working on that you want to let people know that you're working on, or
Oh geez, I just
what Let's
started.
Plays are you doing right now?
I have videos stocked right now until the middle of October, but I really want specific October videos. But right now, what's going on is Crash Bandicoot, because Destiny, the base game, just ended. So I got Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3 still, 3 isn't out yet, I don't think. It might be, but I'm pretty sure 2 is still going on. And I'm on, today is like the second or third episode maybe of Shadow of War. And oh my god, that game's so long. It's
Yeah, filled with lots and lots of padding. I heard about it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that game. Like, I probably not even fucking 20% through the total game, I don't think, and I'm like 10 hours in.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I want to play that game, but I just don't have time for it. I wish.
Yeah, the way
It's-
I usually run it is I grind side missions off camera to level up, and for video for the LP to make it as short but as sweet as possible, I only do campaign missions.
Well, that's good. So you can do that and still, like, not be trash.
Yeah.
That's good. At least there's that. At least they don't force you into the padding.
Yeah, I kind of forced that on me by myself, because if I'm not filming, I can't play the story.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of a good way to do it. Like, you can do all the side shit on your own and enjoy the game. record the story. That's not bad.
Yee.
Yeah, I
All
can't
right,
do that.
so Jazz, how about you? What are you working on?
A lot of things actually. Well, to be honest, nothing because I'm working on so many things. Like, I just can't work on one. But I'm hoping to work on episode 3 of Revelations. Hopefully this week.
Hoping to?
Well, I mean, I have a lot of time off, so it's time I should put towards episode 3. But I've also got a couple of new projects starting up, and just at the basics right now. I don't want to start writing a script when I'm already in the middle of one, so I'm just casting for other stuff.
Yeah, that's
Don't know.
probably good to take one thing and focus on that instead of doing like 30 things like I do. Learn from my mistakes.
Yeah, because then I just confuse characters. I'm like, wait, this person was this person. No, what? And everything goes to shit.
Yeah, I know.
I'm also hoping to start up some Let's Plays though, because
Yeah, so
somebody
you
keeps
kinda-
telling me I should.
You kind of started that. Like you got what, two videos out?
Oh yeah, one of them was just like, I knew it was gonna be a garbage like horror game, a free one on Steam. I don't remember the name of it.
Garbage
that-
Steam game.
Yeah, garbage Steam game.
That's the name.
And like, I got scared once, died somehow, and then just went like, no, fuck it.
And then deleted it.
Oh, I still have the video. Actually, I still have the game. I just,
No, the game.
Please make a video, and this would
I got
fit
everything
you.
I needed out of this.
Make a video on Babysitter Bloodbath.
What the hell is that? I
It's
want to play that.
there's this guy or girl or I don't know, some developer out there who's put up 2 games. One's like something Drill Massacre or something, and there's a second game they have, and it's very Resident Evil 1-esque. Like they made it like 4x3 boxed windowed Resident Evil 1 style game called Babysitter Bloodbath, and it looks like it's played from a VHS tape.
That sounds amazing.
is it free?
I think it is, but I'm not sure. You'd have to Google it.
I will.
I'll have to
I wrote
check it
that
out.
down.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I just got done watching a video on it from the Super Best Friends Play channel, because they do a thing every October where it's like one video a day, an hour long, of a random ass like horror themed game, and that was part of Shitstorm 6 last year. Was Babysitter Bloodbath.
Shitstorm 6.
Yeah, it's Shitstorm
Nice.
every year. October is Shitstorm season.
Well, there you go, Jazz. You have a task to do. You
That
can play
sounds-
it. You can record it. I can watch it. That way, I don't have to deal with it.
That sounds like a good way to escape the other Let's Plays.
Yeah, it sounds good. All right. So before we jump into news, what are you guys playing, Jazz?
Playing?
Yeah, what are you playing?
Well, I've been mostly playing World War II or Minecraft.
I was about to say, with my time machine, I played World War II.
Or wait, did you just say you're playing Minecraft World War II?
Minecraft. No, I've been. Shut up. You know what I mean.
Minecraft, you mean? World War
Okay,
II?
fine. Fine. I've been playing Call of Duty World War II.
Duty.
Have you
Duty.
really been playing it?
Yeah.
I didn't expect
I
that.
I saw the trailer for it. I'm not a Call of Duty fan. I'm not really a like war game person, but I like researching and I like historical events. So when I saw the trailer for this World War II game, I was like, this looks like it would be a movie that you play in. And that, I don't know, that caught my attention. And then I waited like 20 months after it released to get it.
Is it living
then-
up to the expectations?
Yeah, and then I'm like, straight up, I'm like, I'm just gonna play the campaign. I don't give a shit about online play. And then Sean's like, well, let's play online. And I was like, okay. And now I'm like on it without him. I'm like, I'm doing this.
Been wrecking people.
Well, I tried to replay the campaign where you don't have to wreck people because, you know, you just wreck Nazis, which is fine. But I put it on the hardest difficulty and I just can't get past the first level.
It's like
Oh,
it's
God.
like real war.
Yeah, I basically, except I die a lot instead of just once. Other than that, pretty much like Minecraft, the new Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I've played it 3 times, trying to beat my own time
So,
record. I've made
Is
it
that
like
just, is that just bias because you love Tomb Raider, or is it a good game in your opinion?
No, I fucking loved it. Like the story was so good. And usually if I'm watching a movie or playing a game, like I expect things. I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen. This game, like literally every 2 seconds, I was sitting up straight and I was like, holy fuck, did that? Oh my god, okay. And then I'm just like, holy shit, and I'm super into it. So it's not the first Tomb Raider to do that to me, but yeah, because I'm such a huge Tomb Raider fan,
It won't be the last.
It won't be the last, no. Like they could release another one and I will jump right on it. I'm like,
it might be the last. I think it'll be the last for a while. It's not doing that great in the eyes of reviewers.
It was supposed to be the last in the trilogy anyway, like finishing it off in the.
From a business perspective, if it did well, they're gonna turn out more. And plus, I think it was the trilogy of reestablishing the Tomb Raider so that they can start making actual Tomb Raider games. So, but I think they'll come back to it. I'm sure they'll.
Somebody told me somewhere that they were
did with Assassin's Creed, where they took a break and kind of brought it into the light, and now it's good again. So they might do something like that.
Somebody said they were possibly going to reboot the games. Like they were going to not reboot because that's what they did. But
I was going to say already.
No, I mean like they were going to like go back to the original and remake it. I guess like the remakes they've been doing now, like
like an HD.
Yeah, which they've already kind of done for the anniversary on the Wii, but that was like a Wii game. It was like the shittiest. I'm sorry, but that was the shittiest Tomb Raider game I've ever played.
It would be super weird if they remade the games but had like the new graphics of like Rise and
that'd be amazing. I would love that.
But like it would be jarring because the personality of Lara or however you pronounce it in the new ones, like the new trilogy, she's very humble, and it's just like have her personality shift from being like, oh, I'm the humble Tomb Raider, I guess now, like my adventures, immortality and such, going from that to Tomb Raider 1 original Lara Croft, where she's just like gets her two guns and she's like, all right, it's time to go. Like fucking have like kind of like this attitude-esque character. How do you?
Well, I mean, in the reboots, she's like 21. In the other game, she's an
also
adult.
A psychopath.
Oh yeah, now she is. Jesus Christ.
What the hell happened there? Jeez.
Oh my god, the Shadow. She's the fucking Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I didn't even beat Rise of the Tomb Raider yet.
Yeah, I haven't either. I only played the first one, and I really liked
the
it.
survival mode. Yeah, I beat the first one. In the second one, I play the survival mode as Polygon Lara, and I just run around and I do that, and I do the speedrunning challenges, and I try to 100% every area I go into. So that's one of my problems.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I don't have the attention span.
Neither do I, but I do it anyway.
Yeah, I know you do.
Wow.
He's got to get all the trophies.
It's not my fault. It's in my DNA.
Those damn frogs.
All right, Cody, how about you? What are you playing?
Oh, goodness. Mainly a lot of Master Chief Collection.
Oh, really?
Since they
they recently fixed it, right?
Yeah, they put out the 70...
quote unquote fixed it.
Why do you say quote unquote? What's wrong with it?
Just because there's so much shit, like there's so many games, there's so much content, and there's so many issues with it. I highly doubt they fixed everything.
Now they're putting out frequent patches like every week.
So it's not completely fixed.
It's not, but it's like, okay, so when Master Chief Collection launched, you couldn't get into a game for weeks. It was terrible. And they fixed it to a point where they were afraid to patch it again, is what they said, because they were afraid, because they're like, oh, one patch makes the game like mess up in like 10 different ways, and we got it as close as we can to perfect, and we're afraid to fuck it up. So 4 years
really
later,
sad.
4 years later, with the new technology they said that they have now, they ended up putting out a 75 or 74, to be more precise, gigabyte update, which is essentially you reinstalled the entire game.
That is ridiculous. And
they added a choose what to install feature, so you can install any of the games. You don't have to install them all, so you can make your 75, 74 gigabyte update literally like 8 gigs. If
I
you
mean,
just
I guess that's convenient, but they shouldn't have had to do that. Like they essentially had to redo the fucking game.
yes, they did, and it is
That's pretty
ridiculous.
unprofessional.
But it's so good now. Because, like, matchmaking, instant playlists. Nobody drops. Nobody gets kicked. You can actually invite your friends in at work because playing custom games was a shit storm, like, in itself. And me and my buddy Terry, Grumble Force on YouTube, we every night so far almost consistently, one game a night, we've played Halo 1, 2, and 3, and we're on 4 right now. We've been doing it once a night, like a full Halo game. Oh, we beat ODST as well.
Are you streaming it or just playing it?
Just playing it to play it. So, like, every night, just Halo 1, Halo 2, and we went in chronological order. So after Halo 2, then we did ODST, and then we did 3, and now we're on 4.
Nice.
I like the ODST.
So, besides...
Yeah, I did too. A lot of people shit on that game.
Oh,
but
ODST is so good.
It was so spooky though. Like if you're playing alone at night the first time, and it's like super dark in the game, it's completely different from the other Halos.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's dudes like coming out of nowhere, and it's just like
The
I
soundtrack's
enjoyed
beautiful. Best soundtrack on Halo is The Rain from ODST.
plus Nathan Fillion
Oh, yeah, Nathan Fillion.
and Alan Tudyk.
I don't know who
Oh
that
yeah,
is.
he was in it, huh?
Yeah.
Remind me, who is
he
that?
was a small role though.
He plays. I don't know if you've watched Firefly. He plays Wash.
Never played Firefly, or
pilot.
never watched Firefly.
God,
He's in a couple of other things. I mean, he's
could you?
I'm not interested in your canceled shows.
wow.
so that's a movie.
The
I've
canceled
never
shows are the
watched.
best shows. Don't you know?
Yeah,
Don't you know
I know.
anything?
I don't watch TV.
I gotta say that hit the heart.
But other than that, I've been on, and this is a resurgence for me because I had to come back and conquer fear. So this is a story. Fallout Shelter.
That game,
So
it's a good game, but it just irritates me.
I had about 2 years ago, I had a Deathclaw raid. Like the way I built my place entirely fucked up. Like I couldn't gather any resources because I was spending way more than I was making. And
That's the worst part too. Like you don't know that you built it all fucked up until it's too late.
yeah, and a Deathclaw raid, like 4 Deathclaws ran into my vault. And I quit because I was like, I don't want all my people to die. 'Cause I was freaking out. And for 2 years, every time I seen Fallout Shelter, I looked at it and I was afraid to play it. Because I said, every time I booted it up and I forgot the Deathclaws were there, every single time I booted it up, I go, Deathclaw raid. And I said, no, and I quit. And I recently conquered my fear. I went on and I said, you know what? I'm going to start over, but not completely. I'm going to just let the Deathclaw raid run its course. And I did. And whoever fucking survived, evicted.
Damn.
And I got rid of the bodies, and I collected all the gear, and I took the gear off everybody else I evicted. So I evicted 90% of my vault people and destroyed 80% of my vault. And I've been fixing it up for about a week now. And it's going
if you're
so
gonna go
good.
through all that, why not just start over?
Because I didn't want to lose all the gear I had in storage and like recraft that or redo all those missions to get it.
But since like so many days have passed in the game, doesn't that scale the difficulty a little bit?
No.
So like if you get rid of everybody, aren't you kind of at a disadvantage?
No, I think I've learned what the difficulty is because since I evicted like 90% of my population, I've actually been having like very little raids, and if they are, they're only by like raiders or ghouls. Like I've had no Deathclaws or anything like that at all, and I don't think I'm gonna get them. I think you get them more the bigger your base is and the more people you have in it. I think the harder it gets, the bigger you build.
That makes sense. Yeah. Wow.
But everything's been perfect since I remodeled and like probably sent like at least 70 people to their death.
That's so harsh.
Go to the desert of the wastelands and bring me caps.
I I didn't want the bad guys to win, so I kicked everyone out and get them killed. And then I rebuilt it so I could live there. Fuck everybody.
I'm gonna boot up my phone
Hashtag fuck
for news.
everybody.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I was like, I can't let this fear control me. And like, it must feel really shitty because like I have to be like a dictator. Because remember, I am like, what do they call the Volt leader, dude? The overseer?
Yeah.
So I'm the overseer, and it must feel really shitty for them because like, what if they know? Like, what if they were smart and they legitimately knew, and they're just like, our overseer scared shitless, so he evacuated 90% of us and made us go into the wastelands to die because he's paranoid. What an asshole.
You're gonna be the bad guy in like a sequel in the future.
With the picture
Fucking
you got
guy
right there.
send everybody. Yeah, this overseer send everybody out into the wasteland to die.
No, I'm just
and then you
another.
have to go like murder him.
I'm another Volt Tech test guy. That's all I am in this universe. Like the test here was make everybody have a really shitty time, starve and have their thirst to near death, get attacked by death claws, and then when their morale starts to get really high, fucking throw them out.
So again, you're the villain.
Like, see if they
100%.
protest me. That's the experiment. How far can I push these people?
That's so fucked up.
I feel like the next, like you said, the next Fallout game, like you're walking around the wastelands and some random like people in freaking rags walk up to you and they're like, the overseer kicked me out of my Fallout shelter. And he's just describing everything, and Cody's just sitting there like, yeah, bitch, cry.
You're gonna pick up a file and read about Cody.
Yeah, there's like a picture of him
How
smiling
evil
all
he was.
innocent.
Yeah.
They have like an in-game rendered version of me, and it looks just like me. That'd
You'd be like, this
crazy.
coincidence is too close. I don't like this.
They've been listening on to me ever since I bought an Alexa. They've been listening in.
That's why they made those. So
Yeah.
that they can spy on you.
I already don't
Infiltrate your
trust.
life.
I already don't trust OK Google, so I don't want to get an Alexa because I'm.
Here's the
live in
thing.
fear.
Here's how I see it, because my buddy is already like, he's already made comments to me, like, and when I told him about it, he's like, right now when I come to your house I have to watch whatever the fuck I say so the government doesn't get me, even though he works for the army and the government owns him and they listen to him anyway, so that's fucking stupid. But he's like, I gotta watch what I say, and I was just like, it's already been confirmed that they listen to us on games, on Xbox Live, on PlayStation, through fucking phone calls, through our devices. You can't stop it. You might as well embrace it for the sake of conveniency, because they're gonna find you no matter what.
I mean, they always know where you are if you have a cell phone.
Right.
If they really want to know what you're saying, they're gonna.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here like, if instead of being paranoid about people listening to you, embrace the technology that listens to you because it does really cool shit for convenience sake when you're not doing wrong shit.
And plus, like, who's gonna get one of those and actually use it for like illegal things or you know what I mean? Like, they're not gonna catch anything.
I
from
want to
that.
say it, but I don't want to activate. Yeah, I got a mute button on it. Hold on. It is muted now, so I could say its name. It's like, Alexa, add rope and duct tape to my cart.
Yeah. Alexa, what time is my drug deal?
4 p.m.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alexa, remind me to go pick up my cocaine. Ding ding. Reminder.
Alexa,
Cody, go pick
free
up
the
your
prisoner.
cocaine. Free the prisoner.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on. We gotta push forward, everybody. As far as me, I'll just go through it real quick. But I've been playing Sega Genesis Collection on PS4, which is a fucking nightmare. It's good, but like old games are hard, and it's ruining my life.
Games
Call
are
of Duty, Call of Duty World War II. I've been playing that a bit with Jazz and Zombies, of course.
Without
And-
Jazz.
Well, because Jazz doesn't like
Because
it,
Jazz doesn't like the zombies, no.
which is the best part of the game. So I hate you. Get fucked.
Cody's been playing with Cody all by himself.
Well, get a PS4. Get your PS4 back.
Yeah,
and
you
we'll play
kicked
more.
everybody out of your shelter club. Now you have to deal with it.
I've been playing Street Fighter V, which is ruining my life as well. I broke 2 controllers so far, so that's been fun because of rage.
Jesus Christ! You
Like I
raged that hard?
legitimately, yeah. Like I've never raged so hard in my entire life. I've literally thrown my controller across the room multiple times, smashed it against the table. Like I've literally broken 2 controllers so far.
I've damn near broke my hand from rage. I don't break my gear. I break myself.
Yeah, I'll be doing a video about that later. Don't you worry. And then I've been playing Resident Evil Revelations, and I started Shenmue Collection, but I haven't really played a whole lot of that.
I'm surprised you've been waiting for that forever.
I know, and that's the thing. Like these games come out, and I'm really excited about them, but I just don't have time to really do anything about it. Like that's one good thing about the Sega Genesis collection is because they're older games, they're so short. I can actually complete the games. It's kind of nice.
I've been eyeballing the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle if we're talking about old games.
I know, I really want that, but it's digital only, so no thanks.
I'm good. I'll buy
Anybody
it. Anybody
who knows me knows my stance on digital. Like I'll probably buy it when it goes on sale, but I'm not paying full price for a digital game. No thanks.
I was about to be like, damn, it's only $20, fam.
I know, but I don't like it. I don't want to contribute to that bullshit. I don't like it. No.
It's the future.
No,
right, let's not start moving on.
We're not turning this into the digital podcast.
Are you ready?
Digital argument. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some news. So, real quick, this is kind of something that I just found out about that really pisses me off. But Friday the 13th, they're releasing the physical version of it. I think it just came out yesterday.
Did it come out? I thought that if the physical version of Friday the 13th came out fucking like 6 months ago. Because it came with exclusive Bloody Jason.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, this is essentially the game of the version, I guess, because it's got all the DLC and stuff.
Besides Jason X.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It claims it has all the skins, all the kills, all the counselors, all the costumes, whatever. I haven't played it yet. I don't know shit about it. I just know that they just released the physical version, and that's the one that I bought. And it turns out the same month that they released that physical Game of the Year edition, guess what's on PlayStation Plus?
Oh,
Friday the 13th for free. What the fuck is that? What a horrible marketing decision. Oh, let's release the Game of the Year edition and charge people for it and simultaneously make it a free download for PS Plus.
It's because you know they're going to get hype and they're going to go and spend the money, and then they're going to be like, oh, wait, because like 80%, or maybe it might be less, it might be like 65 to 70% of people with that game do not read gaming news. So they go and buy the physical copies.
But that's the thing is, though, I do read gaming news, and I didn't know about this until I already paid for the shit. So what the hell?
Well, they did release it literally last minute. They said they were making it free. Like, it hasn't even been a week that they announced it.
That makes it even worse, because that's a total...
Because they've been hiding it?
Screw you to everybody that bought... Yeah, they were... Well, they not even necessarily hiding it, but for whatever reason, they chose to make it free. Like, that's a big fuck you to everybody that bought that game. Like, you don't want to do that to your consumers. You're going to alienate everybody and piss them off like they did to me.
I'm sure.
Where are ethics in video games? Where did they go?
I had something I wanted to say about Friday the 13th, but I went completely blank.
You played quite a bit of that, didn't you?
I did, and I have a problem with the developers and or publishers, IllFonic. IllFonic can't develop or publish or whatever one does which for their life. Because they came out with a game recently, or IllFonic published it, and God, it was about probably like 8 months ago I fucking played it. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's some first-person shooter game that has something to do with zombies. Like, it's PvP, but there's zombies on the map roaming around.
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called, though.
I can't remember what it is.
Isn't it Dead something or something Dead?
I probably, because...
It's not,
It's multiplayer focused, though, right?
Yes.
Headlight or something?
No.
I know what you're talking about.
But I played the trial or demo or whatever right before it released. Complete fucking garbage. Just about as janky as Friday the 13th was on launch. And don't get me started on the Jason X skin and fucking Grendel map, because oh my god, that was an entire situation all in itself that made me fucking mad. And I don't know if I can go back to that game. Like, I think I might just uninstall it and be a negative on their player base because of that situation.
What happened?
Okay. So, the creator of Friday the 13th, the movie, went in a lawsuit.
Oh, this is the lawsuit.
The lawsuit, yeah. That he went in and he was doing his thing, but the guy that created Jason is the co-creator of Friday the 13th. He created Jason, but the dude that made the movie created the movie. So you get what I'm saying? Like, one created the character, one created the film. Now, he sued the creator of the film because, like, you get so much money and I signed my rights over like 40 years ago, and now he's trying to fight for it because some weird law about getting his rights back after 35, 40 years. And because of this lawsuit, one of the things the court ordered was nothing Friday the 13th is supposed to come out now that will make the creator of the movie any profit, which the game is part of that. Mm-hmm. So that means everything Friday the 13th had to be put on hold. And they had already announced the Jason map, the Jason X map, the Grendel space map, and the Jason X playable character. The week of launch of that character and map, they said, we can't put it out now. And people were like, oh, so you guys are just going to hold on to this finished product until after the court case, right? And they go, no, we can't hold on to this thing because, you know, by the time the court case is over and if we put it out, it'd just be a waste of our time. What?
That's just stupid. If it's already complete,
it's
why
already
not? And they're backing away from the game anyway. Just give it out for free.
It's done. The map and the character are done, and you're saying we have it. You can't store it on a fucking. How much money did they make from this game? A shit ton.
Well, but the thing is, they're leaving the project. Their team is going to stop supporting that. Like, they're going to support, like,
they said they're adding dedicated servers is one of the last things they're doing.
Yeah, they're giving it a little bit of technical support, but other than that, they're backing away from it and moving on. So I mean, that makes sense. But if you've completed the content,
just like
you can't make money off of it, it's done. Just give it away for free. Who cares?
Here's the thing. I think the legal thing of why they can't do it is if they do that, it'll entice people to buy the already existing copies more. So if you put that out, that's another way to get people to buy the thing to support the guy that makes the movie who's being sued, who's not allowed to make money from it currently.
I guess.
And
that's pretty petty, though.
Yeah, it is shitty. I think just recently the court case just got canceled entirely, so they still could do it, but they're like, nah, we won't. But like, my thing is, if it's finished, even if you did back away from the project, it's a finished map and a finished character. Stick that motherfucker on an external hard drive, like a 1-2 gigabyte, however many size the character in the map are. Stick it on a hard drive, be like Jason X character and map, slap a sticker on it. Whenever everything's said and done, stick your motherfucking hard drive in your computer and just upload that shit for one last update, fucking forever after. And people will be like, oh shit, it came out.
Yeah, but I mean, as a company, they're moving forward. Like, they don't.
Yeah, as a company, but you could get two guys.
I get that, but you got to understand that they're a business, and like, once they're done with it, they're done with it. They're not going to concern themselves with that, and I understand that. It sucks as a consumer, but as a business, it just makes sense.
They could get a booming player base back and a shit ton more copies sold just by that one move.
Yeah, I don't know. I see both points, but I don't know. We got to move on.
Fuck Ilphonic.
All right, so next thing I want to talk about is Telltale Games shutting down. So I'm sure you guys heard about this.
Yeah.
So Telltale Games abruptly closed their doors. They fired over 250 employees seemingly out of nowhere.
That they did not pay yet.
Yeah, the employees were given 30 minutes to essentially get their shit and get out of the building. They were handed a paper paycheck and they're like, you're done. You know, here's your money. Bye. No severance. Just, we're done. Get out. We don't care about you, which is really fucked up. So Telltale did keep a small team of 25 people to finish Minecraft Story Mode Season 2. Yay. But other than that, they're done. So a couple things here. So first and foremost, I mean, it's extremely sad that Telltale mismanaged this situation in such a way that it would affect so many people negatively. I mean, a lot of people's lives have been completely derailed because of this, and Telltale as a company was not there for their employees, which is really shitty. You know, I really like Telltale games, but this definitely taints their image. You know, like
They're being sued now.
You like their games and you like their company, and then they do something like this. It's just like, wow, you just kind of ruined my mindset when I think about those games now. So they essentially ruined it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really shitty. And just, I mean, as an employer, like, how can you do that? Like, do you have no humanity? They know what this is going to do to the people that work there, and they just don't give a shit.
I'm a huge Telltale fan. Jazz, you haven't been talking a lot.
I'm sorry. I'm just letting you guys.
You better start interrupting somebody.
Yeah,
you're never going to get a chance.
You're part of this story. What do you think of Telltale Games and this shitty situation?
Now don't judge me on this, but I'm trying to see what games from Telltale that I know, because I'm terrible with labels and names.
The Walking Dead seasons 1, 2, technically season 3. That's
4,
5.
technically.
Yeah, 1 through 4. The Wolf Among Us. They did a Batman Telltale series. They did a very forgettable and under the radar, which like 90% of people forgot about, Guardians of the Galaxy.
You want to talk about under the radar? Everybody forgot about games that Telltale did. They did Sam and Max. They did
Back to the
Jurassic
Future.
Park, Back to the Future, which everybody shit on. But at the time, I actually liked those games. At the time, it was kind of a new idea. So even though if you go back today and play them, they're
Tales
garbage.
from the Borderlands and Minecraft story
when they came
mode.
out, they were pretty good. But yeah, so I mean, they've done a shit ton of games, and they've utilized tons of huge properties. And like, what happened? Like, they did this to themselves. Like, they oversaturated the market. They put out too much, too quick. And I mean, getting those IPs, that cost a shit ton of money. Like, even if they were selling tons of units, there's no way they were compensating for what they spent on those IPs. Especially like even Jurassic Park, that's a big IP. Walking Dead at the height of its success, I mean, that's got to be a ton of money. Guardians of the Galaxy, that's got to be a ton of money, especially from Disney.
I'm trying to remember. I seen a chart recently of Telltale's sales in terms of franchises throughout the years. And actually, Walking Dead Season 1 was their most sold, obviously, because that's what put them definitely way more on the radar than anything else they did until that point. And if in this chart, at anything after that, nothing reached half the amount of sales of The Walking Dead, and it only went down.
Exactly, and that was the problem, because they saw, oh my god, everybody loves Walking Dead. This is amazing. You know, let's do more of that. But they spread themselves too thin. They're like, oh, we got all this money, let's buy this and that and this, and we're going to make all these things. And it was the exact same thing as what they made before. So like, people were like, oh, well, we already experienced this. You know, it's still glitchy and buggy and kind of bland. You know, after a while, the Telltale model is going to get boring because it's so simplistic. So if they don't evolve it, people are just going to lose interest. And they did.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of focusing on, hey, let's evolve our game engine, let's make it more interactive, and let's start getting rid of some of these glitches that people are crucifying us for, they were just like, hey, let's keep everything exactly the same and throw all these IPs on it. I mean, what the fuck? How could you think it would end any other way?
I'm a huge Telltale fan, but they make me sad.
Yeah, especially after this, like it's really sad that they would do this to the people that have worked for them, you know, to make them what they became, and they just shit all over them.
Yeah, apparently some people moved like weeks before shutdown,
Yeah,
and they
I
weren't
heard about
notified.
that.
Yeah, moved to a different city to work there because they just got hired, and then like 2 weeks later got fired.
Yeah, could you imagine that? That's got to be so fucked up.
I heard there was a leak, like somebody leaked on the new game or something
A new
What do you
Telltale game?
from Stranger Things. Yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to see if
no,
I can figure
they
it-
announced that. They announced that they were making a Stranger Things game,
Oh yeah,
and now that's canceled.
gonna happen. Yeah.
Then Wolf Among Us season 2 is canceled, And
Yep, the final season of The Walking Dead's canceled at episode 2.
they went out recently and said that which is partly why they're probably being sued by a former employee, is that they didn't pay all of their employees what they were owed, and now after that they are actually looking for partners to get funding to finish the remainder of the final Walking Dead season instead of paying their employees.
Which is fucked up, but I think that's kind of being misconstrued, because I think what's happening is other like outside sources are reaching out to Telltale to help them continue it, or to
Well, no, they put out a thing themselves, like a statement on Twitter, and they're like,
I think they phrased it like that other people are reaching out to them to move forward with it. Like, I don't think this is something that they decided to do. I think they're just looking, like, they got this opportunity from external companies and they're trying to take advantage of that opportunity. I don't think they're like, hey, we're still going to try and make The Walking Dead with, whatever
25
money
people
we have left. Yeah. I don't think that's the situation, but that's how it's being.
I really hope they finish it.
I do too.
I'm rooting for it.
I really don't think it's going to happen. I mean, the first 2 episodes of the final season have been pulled from stores. That's not a good sign.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's because of the lawsuit, but
they said themselves that they actually made that move on purpose and temporarily to make sure that they can get it finished. So if they can get it finished, they will put it back on stores. If they can't get it finished, they don't want people to, spend money on a 2-episode season.
Yeah.
They said that's their
shitty.
move.
Like,
they're putting in a
If
hold.
you want to buy episode 1 or 2, the season pass should have been taken down. But if you want those last 2 episodes, you should be able to buy them if you want to.
Right, but then you'd be like, super cliffhanger.
Yeah, but it's better than nothing. At least you get a little bit more Walking Dead before gone forever. Like, I actually wanted to get them, but now I can't.
I should have pre-ordered it and got, because if you pre-ordered it, it came with like every other season of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, and one of the things that really bothers me too about that is Game of Thrones. Like, I don't think that one did very well, but that was one of my favorite Telltale games. Like, it was a really good story, and it ended on like the biggest cliffhanger I've ever seen on any of their games or through any of the episodes. Like, it's this massive it's not spoiler, but massive cliffhanger, and you'll never figure out where they were going with that story. And it was cool because it tied into the show and everything. So like, that's a piece of that story that we'll never get to see.
My favorite one was Tales from the Borderlands.
I never played that one.
God, it's so good.
Yeah, I heard that's one of the best ones.
Oh yeah.
Which ones have you played, Jess?
Borderlands?
No, any of the Telltale games. Which ones have you played?
I haven't.
You haven't played any of them?
I'm not a Walking Dead fan, so I never bothered to play the game. But I looked at a list and I haven't actually played any of them.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. I thought for a second that online really shitty game that we played, but it was Telltale, but it wasn't. It just looked like it.
If it looks like shit, it must be Telltale.
It's I don't even remember the name. It's like White Noise Online.
Oh God, that game's good. It's stupid.
Well, the graphics are garbage, and it's kind of stupid. But the second, when you play it with friends, it's actually really fun.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know that good is the word I would use.
I mean, it's good
fun.
for what it is.
It's okay.
It's good for what it's made to be.
The second one's definitely better.
If you have friends and you all can, it's not bad for a little while.
If you have
friends. But it gets, well, friends that have that game, who's going to buy that game? Nobody.
I've been requested by my buddy. He's just like, you got White Noise too? And I'm like, no. And he's like, dude, you need to get it.
It looks a lot better than the first one, but
it is definitely.
Thanks. Oh, you played that one?
Yeah, well, the first one, it's like, I can't even tell what the monster is. I'm like, is it an alien? Is it a werewolf? What the fuck is this?
It's an alien werewolf.
In the second one, you can pick different monsters, and some of them are, when they're right in your face. Waffle and I played it, and, I was screaming. I don't know about him, but I was screaming. These guys, yes. They just sneak up on you, and it's so much better in the first one.
It's hard to be scared of a blur that you don't even know what the fuck it is. So it's
it's just
better graphics.
The first one felt like it was trying to be Slender Man, and it was just multiplayer Slender Man, more fun than Slender, because Slender was just dumb. Find these papers and die
I
anyway.
played a little bit of Slender. It seemed really boring.
I just played it because I used to do like screen shares with Shayla, and I would have it open without her knowing. And as soon as she looked over, she got freaked out. That entertained me.
I thought Slender was fun. I thought Slender the Arrival was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I like Slender as an arcade experience where it's like collect the 7, 8 pages, get out of the forest, and try not to get caught. I think that's a fun, scary experience. But when you're like, oh, okay, let's add all this narrative to this mystery, I'm just like, this is dumb. This makes no sense.
Was there a lot of narrative though? I mean,
in Slender the Arrival?
Yeah.
They tried fleshing it out, but it was literally a bunch of shit that made no sense unless you like. It's kind of like Halo. Like the new games.
Wow. It's kind of like Halo. The story's shit.
It's not that the story's shit. It's just I really don't want to go read. Well, I'm comparing creepypastas online to books now. I don't want to go read fucking 3 fucking Halo books to know who the fuck the Didact is in Halo 4 because I had no idea who the fuck this character was.
Yeah.
That's it. That's Slender the Arrival. Shit made no sense.
Made the gameplay a little bit more in depth.
You would enjoy what we.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, you might enjoy what we did on the Xbox Minecraft. Is we built the entire Slender thing with like all the trees, and it was all in box, so it was dark. And then we set up a game that like one of us is the Slender or Slenderman, and the rest, like everybody else, has their gamma turned all the way down, and all you can carry is a torch. And the Slender has his gamma all the way up, and he's got like he's running around, and it was actually pretty fun.
Punched her out.
No, he's got a sword.
Oh god!
So he murders you.
He hits you, and you have the chance to run away, but he can see everything around him, and you can't see shit. And you have to find the signs and.
That's pretty cool.
We used to have a lot of fun doing that. We had a lot of fun. It's on the Xbox, and I don't really play the Xbox much anymore, or at all. But now that I have Minecraft on PS4, I might rebuild it and see.
No.
There's so many more features now, so it might be easier.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be willing to help you. We could record it. We'll make videos. It'll be great.
I won't be there.
You will be there. Ah, god damn it. But you had a PS4. Why? Why would you do this?
I sold it because I honestly don't care for the exclusives, and I don't give a fuck about Japs. I don't give a fuck about Japanese games. I don't give a fuck about anime games. I really didn't care for most of the exclusives. And I was just like, it sat there for like almost a year and it gathered dust. And I looked at it and I was just like, okay, I'm getting an Xbox One X because I just need that better specs and actual 4K, no fucking artificial bullshit.
Well, I hope it was worth it because you can't play anything with any of us and we're sad.
Yeah, we won't be able to play the online Fallout game.
Yeah, we won't because I'm not buying it. All right, so let's move on to the next article. So, Fortnite Season 6 is getting some controversy. Do you guys hear about this at all?
I honestly have no idea because here's the thing. I play Fortnite, Save the World. I do not play Battle Royale.
That's weird because that's what everybody plays.
I know. I bought it before Battle Royale came out.
I have it and I haven't even touched it.
I bought it before Battle Royale came out. So I bought it initially for what it was supposed to be for, and I was hyped for that. And now Battle Royale gets a shit ton of attention from the developers, and I can barely get a Save the World update. And that kind of makes me mad because I invested money into this game for what it was supposed to be for. And now the thing it's supposed to be for is like taking forever to update because they're just like, oh, look at all this money we're making on fucking Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm.
What is this controversy?
So new Fortnite update includes a new Calamity skin with, quote, inappropriate breast physics, unquote.
What?
So, of course, the internet quickly turned into a mob and started lighting anything and everything on fire. Epic immediately put out a statement apologizing for the, quote, unintended and embarrassing, unquote, release of this content. So, I've seen the video. Like, all it is this character in this costume does this taunt where she's kind of moving around a lot and her boobs jiggle up and down a little bit. It's not like outrageously bad. It's not Dead or Alive beach volleyball extreme. Like there's some jiggle there. And like everybody lost their fucking minds. It makes no sense. Like, and then what's worse though is that they back down. Like they're like, oh, we're embarrassed. We never meant to release this. We're sorry. And they're immediately removing it.
Yeah,
it's
like
ridiculous.
Stand by your fucking
yeah,
thing.
stick to your fucking
What happens
guns.
to the
It's not even
people that
bad.
already got the emote though?
Well, they're updating it so that it doesn't do that anymore. So the emote is still there. They're just removing the boob jiggle physics.
Oh, okay.
But it's just stupid. Like, this kind of shit really bothers me. Like, we're becoming kind of spineless as a society. Like, if we complain enough, developers change and remove content from games. But like, what's more concerning is like it's impacting society. Like these days, everyone is forgoing like basic verbiage such as like male or female because it's somehow not PC anymore. Like I respect people who don't identify as male or female and we can accommodate them as necessary, but
Right, because that doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, exactly. But just because some of us don't identify as male or female or we don't like this or that doesn't mean we should abolish basic identifiers such as male or female. Like listening to podcasts, watching videos or news and stuff, like you can tell people are dancing around basic phrases because they're afraid to say it because they don't want to get attacked by the fucking internet.
I like titties.
It's ridiculous. Like, we can't even say, oh, this person's a male or this person's a female or, it's impacting us creatively because we can't try to make boobs move realistically because it's inappropriate. Like,
Even though they do realistically.
it's
like
yeah,
real
it's
life.
not like real boobs don't move. They do. Sure, sometimes it's out of control. And when that happens, sure, whatever, maybe
If they're out of control, they're fake.
yeah, right. Like if it's inappropriate, sure, you can voice your opinion and say something, but the developer shouldn't be like, oh, well, sorry, let's invest this time and money and man hours to go fix it. Like, fuck you, Who are you to
they
to
should
demand
invest
change?
Like they should invest time, money, and man hours to getting Jason X and the Grundle map onto a fucking update.
Right? Something good, something that fucking matters. It's ridiculous. It just makes me sad that we're becoming so soft.
I didn't even hear anything about this fucking controversy, and I'm just like, this is so dumb. It's a fucking emote.
It just came up, I think, yesterday or the day before, but it's just so stupid. Get over it. God. Like there's a similar, I mean, I guess it was a bit worse, but there was a similar controversy for PUBG. I guess you could see like the outline of the female characters' parts. Like in the,
I guess we're not allowed to
monitors.
emphasize that we have fucking tits and cocks now.
But like it was overly detailed, and I get that, kids play that and shit, even though I don't think they're supposed to be. Isn't that a mature rated game? It is. Yeah, so I mean, even that's not even relevant. Like you should be of age to play that game in the first place. So if a kid jumps on there and sees something that they shouldn't, guess what? That's their parents' fault.
I definitely
Don't
feel
fucking
like
yell at your parents.
I definitely feel like companies should correspond to a situation depending on their game's rating. Like, well, I don't know what Fortnite's rated. I think it's like T for teen or something like that. But it's just like,
which teens can see jiggling fucking boobs. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
They're gonna see worse.
So if people go on there complaining, and be like, this is offensive, be like, T for teen. That's all you gotta say.
yeah, right. Done. Conversation is over.
Just
But
big
no,
middle finger.
instead of just saying, making the argument that this is okay and we have a rating system to back it, they back down.
Yeah, if it was E
That's
for everyone, I could be like, okay, that makes sense why they would change it.
Even that is a bit much, but it's even worse that, it's T.
Right.
It has to be T. There's zombies in it.
It's T for tit.
Yeah, T for tit.
T for, oh, can we start that hashtag T for tits?
Let's do it.
Free the jiggles.
Rated
We'll
T for tits.
revolutionize the internet.
Bring back the jiggles.
It's like that joke I seen on YouTube years ago, and I've seen a few people say, like probably 3 total on my many years on YouTube. But remember that weird like rating that's like Peggy, whatever. Like it's kind of like rated T for T or M for M, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like one of
Isn't
the
that
comments.
the European rating system?
I think so. but it's like I seen a YouTube comment many years ago, and I'd never leave my brain because I always want to remark the joke on YouTube, but I know people somewhere on the internet, people will know that I stole the joke, and I don't want to be that guy in the comments. But it's just like I watched a video game trailer, and it said Peggy 18, and then like the trailer started up, it's like Capcom, blah blah blah, or whatever. And I scrolled out of the comments, top fucking rated comment like many years ago. It said, I don't know who Peggy is, but she's 18 now. Hey.
Wow.
God damn it. Yeah.
So as the female in the group, Jazz, how do you feel about jiggling boobies?
How do you feel about hashtag T for tits?
I honestly I honestly don't give a shit. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry, I said female. As the person of other
yeah.
gender.
Did you just say my gender out loud?
I'm sorry. I'll fix it. I swear. I'll edit it.
Did you?
I feel like bitching about that. I feel like bitching about that is like complaining that like this video game character was standing there and there was wind and his hair was moving. I don't like that. You take that off right now.
Right?
Like it's I don't know. Like I like to be retarded when I play games, right? So like Resident Evil 6, for example, Helena's boobs are constantly jiggling.
Oh
like to the point where you're walking around in the rain and the rain hits them and it's making them jiggle. And me and Shayla lost our shit for like 2 straight hours about that. And I don't understand why like this game that everybody plays, like you said, had a rating that if you can't play it, like you shouldn't be playing it, has like one tiny little thing that does that and everyone loses their shit. I disagree with a lot of the like, you know, feminist shit as you've seen in my memes.
Yes.
Like, stop complaining. Like, life is fine. There's no struggle. Just get over it. Should probably not be saying this online, but
First world
care.
problems
Come at me.
are becoming a epidemic.
it is. Oh man, I was like, I saw somebody with a shirt that said gender equals today, and I just wanted to punch her, or, like run her over. I was like, you don't have to wear it on your shirt. We get it.
We could tell by your rainbow colored hair and
there's probably
attitude.
a lot of. Yeah, I'm like, there's probably a lot of people I know, like a lot of my friends are probably going to attack me. Because, like, if they're arguing a good point, I understand. Like, I do have feminist friends, and they make a lot of good points. That's fine. But if you're going to attack something like a fucking jiggling boob in an emote of to me, a game that everybody plays, and it's just meant to have fun and be stupid. Yeah, it's meant to have fun and be stupid. So it's like attacking Saints Row for swearing. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
No, you need to shut up, sit down. Go back to Cody's friggin' Fallout shelter.
Wow.
Go get killed. Go get killed.
To the desert.
So let's play a game. After this podcast goes up, mark this time, and let's see how many subscribers Shaun has lost.
Oh, God. I hope not. That'd be so stupid. Don't do that, people. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I meant us personally. Not them.
Oh.
Let's be civilized, intelligent human being.
No.
No. Fuck that.
Are you saying because I don't like the boob physics that I'm not intelligent?
Yeah, now you're attacking their intelligence.
And I guess to feed that fire a little bit more, I saw this ad on YouTube. I didn't even watch it. It was just, one, it's an ad and I don't want to watch it. And two, it was just fucking annoying as shit. But there's this lady and she's like, what did she say? She was like, war, hate, and some other term that's really negative. What do all these have in common? Men. And I'm just like, are you fucking serious?
I'm uninstalling YouTube now.
Like, what the fuck? It doesn't matter where that ad went. What a fucking stupid thing to say. You know, even if you're defending feminism or whatever, like, you're making yourself look bad by saying stupid shit like that. Like, we should be equal, not fuck men. That's bullshit.
Who was it? Okay.
Fuck.
Did you hear? Speaking of fuck men, did you hear what the Rocket League devs did?
No.
So while we're on this topic, I guess, the Rocket League devs held, and I believe it's them, they held a conference for like about video game development and such, you know, normal thing you would do at a con or something. But they were at a con and they did the conference, whatever, bullshit. And they did not let men in. They said all
What?
men are excluded from this conference because they need to know how it feels to be a woman sometimes or a transgender to be
Wow.
excluded.
That is so fucked up.
Guess who uninstalled Rocket League?
This guy.
This
But
guy.
they'll never be able to understand what it's like to be a female because they'll never be able to use an emote with jiggling boobs.
Like, what a fucking
Because people are
ignorant way
backing
to
out.
approach things. Like, we've gone from let's be equality to women need to be first, fuck men. Like, what's the point of flipping the scale?
Hatred has a penis.
Like, why is flipping the scale okay? That should be just as bad as being men-centric or whatever.
Men-centric.
I've never heard that
Whatever.
one. Is it man hate
Whatever.
things? Oh yeah, I forgot
Let me
too.
mansplain this to you.
I
real quick.
forgot.
Meninist.
I forgot that after they
No,
did
like,
this
everybody
and
says
people
we live
complained.
in a-
What?
but no, like everybody says we live in a society that's more. How do I want to phrase this?
Stupid.
Like, it's not. It's stupid.
Whiny and
Like,
privileged.
Men are put first. Men are the privileged race or whatever.
I don't know. I mean,
Like, that's what the general view is. Like, we don't accommodate women enough. We're more
But if we do
accommodating to
accommodate
males.
women, we're saying they're weak.
Yeah, like, we can't win. But it's okay for women to attack men. Why is that okay? It's their turn? Or like, what does that mean? I don't
I don't
understand.
know, but after
I
that,
understand the argument for equality. Like, that's completely fine. That's how it should be.
after
but
that
one-
conference,
One
they told all
one
the
of us should be on
complainers
top.
to quote, "We don't want to hear your crybaby man tears."
Wow.
That was their response.
Why is that? If a man said that about a woman, they'd be fucked.
Right. And these are like the people that held the conference, like the Rocket League devs were like, "We don't want to hear your crybaby man tears. They don't matter. You need to know what it feels like."
I'm glad I never played that game.
We got to move on. But the moral of the story is we need to fucking be equal.
Damn
Period.
right.
We,
Like,
we all suck
Everybody shut the
equally.
fuck up and get along. Yeah, everybody's
Get fucked and shut up.
get fucked.
We're all terrible.
That's the
Just
real
be
moral
nice
of
to
the
each
story.
other.
Everybody get fucked. All right, so we're running a little bit over. There's one more quick news item, and then we'll go into updates and wrap it up. So the PlayStation Classic, I can't talk. PlayStation Classic. So it goes for $99. 20 games are going to be on it. Of the 20 games, they only announced 5 so far, which are Final Fantasy VII, Jumping Flash, Ridge Racer Type 4, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms. Does come with 2 controllers. In my opinion, this is kind of a terrible time for them to release something like this. Most of the classic PS1 games are experiencing kind of a renaissance. I mean, Tomb Raider just released with a continuation of the reboot. Resident Evil 2 is being remade. Final Fantasy VII had a remaster on the PS4 and is also being remade. Tekken 7 is still pretty new, so we have a nice shiny Tekken. Like, do we really need this? I mean, the only people that are really going to be buying this are going to be like hardcore Sony fans for nostalgia only. Like, there's not really a good reason to buy this other than nostalgia.
Did you
Yeah.
buy an NES Classic?
I did.
Shut the fuck up.
Why?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Are they doing reboots of those games?
No, I'm just making a terrible joke towards you, but I planned on buying it, and then I heard that they're as classic gets. There's no DualShock. They're the D-pad only controllers, and it doesn't come with a power cable.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a USB. I mean, it's fine.
I was like, what?
The DS doesn't come with one either.
It doesn't?
No.
I'm pretty sure mine came with the charger. Every one I bought.
You must have bought a bundle because DSs have never come with a cord.
Mine is always what?
Yeah.
This is news
Which is
to
bullshit
me.
because those run upwards of $200. Can't put in a fucking power cord. Come on, Nintendo.
Fail.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy one of these. But the reason I'm getting one, like, it's a cool little device. It's nice to just plug in PS1 games into like an HD TV and mess around with them, just because I do have that nostalgia. So It's
You
cool
know,
to me
since
for
it's
that
USB
reason.
powered, it's already going to be modded like the NES
Oh yeah,
and
for sure, 100%.
yeah, the SNES Classic.
Yeah.
So I'll probably get one just for this fact that I'm going to break it and put games on it.
Yeah, but you already did that with your NES.
Yeah, I have like 300 games on my NES now. And I can use
But to
the
me,
Pro controllers
this
on it.
seems like the worst possible time for them to release something like this. Like if we hadn't seen some of these games for a long time, like Resident Evil has to be on there. Silent Hill has to be on there. And I don't think they're going to be. And even if they are on there, like we have remakes and remasters and like why?
Why would you go back to the shitty ones?
This thing, yeah, if they had released this thing like a decade ago, 8 years ago, sure. I could kind of see it. But right now seems like the worst possible time to do this.
Yeah, people are still gonna buy it.
Oh yeah, it's going to sell out, guaranteed. But it just doesn't make sense. Why?
I got
Like,
lucky
people-
getting my NES.
I think people are buying this because they know it's going to be a collector's edition.
and they're
not
going to
because
sell
of-
it.
Yeah, for sure. Or they're just going to hold on to it and sell it down the road.
Yeah.
But that's just sad. Like, why not make something that we're going to want because it's cool, because we're going to use it and play it. Like, there's no need for this.
Yeah, instead, why don't you release the classics on the PS4 so we can...
Yeah, how about this? How about
We can
backwards
record Resident Evil
compatibility
1.
on the PS4?
He said, what about
Duh.
backwards compatibility? I got an Xbox. Fuck you guys.
But even that, I mean, the Xbox backwards compatibility is it's good. At least it's there, but it's not 100% effective. Like, you can't just take whatever game you want, throw it in and play it. Like, it's limited. And I get that they're updating it all the time, and that's nice. But instead of investing this
there's
money
a reason
to make this
why it's
worthless
limited
system,
though too.
like, just implement backwards compatibility. And then you can have it both ways. You can have it like Xbox. You can download the game and they can make money that way. Or you can use your disc.
Yeah.
You'll please the fans. You'll make money. We don't really need this thing.
Well, since I'm the only Xbox active person really that much in here, the reason why, if you don't know, because I'm not sure if you do, because I don't know your knowledge, the reason why they don't just flush games out and make them all backwards compatible is they have a team that actually goes in and upscales the games. So
Yeah,
they
of
actually
course.
do look better, and like all the pixels are gone when you play them on the one. So
Yeah, and plus they have to mess with the the software to get it to run with that technology, with that hardware. So I mean, I get that they have to spend money and resources to do it, but it just makes more sense to do it that way.
yeah, but it's just nice to play something, a little bit more up-res to 1080 or 4K that was like 720p, or some games that are just like shittier looking.
Yeah. But it's like, do I want to play Resident Evil 2 original when Resident Evil 2 remake comes out?
Yes.
I do, but I'm different. But the majority, most people, they're not going to want to do that. They're going to want to play the new shiny thing. They're not going to be thinking about the old one.
That's because people now haven't played the originals and they don't know any of it. Like, I don't know if I've told you, but I've met this one guy who was trying to tell me that he liked the classic Resident Evils, and he was describing Resident Evil 5 as being the classic Resident Evil. Because he hadn't seen anything before Resident Evil 4. So
Did
when
you
I tried
slap them,
I told him, I'm like, I wanted to. I was telling him, like, we redubbed the original game, and he was like, oh, who was Chris? And I was like, well, okay, it was this guy Max Darby. And he's like, and who was Jill? And I was like, well, I was. And he's like, oh, and what about Sheva? And I'm like, whoa, what do you think the classic Resident Evil game is, like, original? He's like, well, the one where they're in Africa. And I just, like, you're speechless at that point. You're like, have you not played the old ones? He's like, oh, the pixels? No. I'm like,
I would just hang up the call.
the pixels was his description of old games.
Polygons, idiot.
I'm like, Tim Hortons.
That 8-bit Resident Evil, though.
It's like I couldn't have a conversation with this guy anymore because, like, bring back
That's
the
a friend
classics.
and
Hashtag Resident Evil 5.
Just got offended. No more men allowed to talk about Resident Evil.
Yeah, I don't want to hear his man tears.
Crybaby man tears.
Crybaby man tears. Jackass. But, like, that's what everybody who plays Resident Evil now is like, which one was your favorite? 4, 5, 6, or 7? I'm like,
What the
Code
fuck?
Veronica. They're like, what the fuck? Is that a DLC?
You know how numbers work? Like, how is 5 the classic?
Yeah, clearly if there's 4 or 5, that means that there were fucking at least 3 before it.
Yep.
But like you say Code Veronica to people and they're like, is that a movie? Is that a DLC? I was like, I hate everyone now.
And that's the thing too. Like, even if they don't know what it is or played it before, like if they go back and play something like Resident Evil 2 now, they're gonna fucking hate it. Like, it didn't age well at all. Like,
tank controls.
Tank controls back in the day were criticized. You go back and play that shit now.
Yeah, you didn't grow up with it, you won't like it.
What would you do if you beat RE2? And if you beat RE2, either on like normal or maybe like the harder difficulty, like, you know, they do the little dumb unlocks no matter what you beat it on. What would you do if you beat it and it just goes in the extras menu, Resident Evil 2, 1998? Like,
That'd
go
be
back
great.
and play the original game in the extra menu.
I would love that personally, but it'd be weird.
I would like an unlock of the characters, like in Tomb Raider. You know, like you beat the game and then you can play as Leon or Claire, but like with the polygons.
polygon.
Like,
That'd be great. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, play
Kind of like
polygon.
they did for Resident Evil 6.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mercenaries.
Except that was stupid because they were using like polygon versions of the characters. They weren't using, like, it wouldn't be something from the 90s. It's literally just like, this character is brand new in the series, but here's a polygon version of it.
Yeah, that was dumb, but they always got Leon and
Ada.
they did Sherry.
I like how
Oh,
they
yeah.
did it. I thought it was cool. And it was completely unexpected. Like, nobody asked for that.
Yeah, it was
loved
pretty random. I like that games are doing that now. Like, you know, like here's something new for you classic game lovers, but at the same time, like, we're bringing shit that you enjoyed as a kid into it.
I'd play Polygon Leon, and I'd have the characters Polygon playing through the new, like, super high-def detailed environments.
Polygon
That'd be
as Kennedy.
so great. I would love that.
Because it's like in the trailers or in the gameplay footage, like the shock on Leon's face when he's like rescued by Marvin or whatever. He's just like, oh my god, and like Marvin's like, I know, but like it's like Polygon Leon crawling out of the doorway, and he gets saved, and he goes, "Thank you so much. This is what's going on here." But he's like blank slate Polygon,
Yeah, just-
no mouth moving.
His hands are just like gigantic squares.
Yeah, just blocks. Can't even hold a gun.
I wish they did that with like Resident Evil 1
that's
too.
DLC, I fucking hate DLC, but I'd buy that.
Like if they did that for remake where you can run around as Chris or Jill with the polygons, that would be fun too.
That would be wonderful.
Resident Evil wonderful.
Can I bitch
God,
about
no.
Fallout 76?
You did not, but we're running out of time.
I know.
Wrap it up.
That's why I said,
I don't
can
give a shit
I?
about that game.
You did, but we have no time, so you can't.
Yeah. So if you want to talk about Fallout 76, let's just say that it's going to be garbage and move on.
I already pre-ordered it
Wow.
months ago.
Ugh, I'm sorry for you.
I'm not sorry. I get to play Fallout with my friends, even though there's like a lot. There's like, I see some downsides, but I'm like, it's still Fallout with my friends, and I get to do the one thing I praised for that everybody hated, and I get to do base building and cool MMO stuff with friends, and I
And
don't
then
know.
kick 'em
Yay,
out.
more base building that nobody wanted. Yeah.
I love the base building.
You're
Did
the
you not
one.
hear? Did you not hear his story about the base? He likes to build the base.
I get to build the base, and then I get to kick all my friends out when I become
Exactly.
a paranoid overseer.
Oh my god! No wonder you're looking forward to it.
Only on Xbox.
It all makes sense now.
No, but the beta release date finally came out, and it's like October 23rd, and that's like fucking 2-3 weeks before the game comes out. And I said, and I hate this, there's like, oh, the break it early test, whatever the fuck they're calling it, the beta. Oh, we want to make sure our game's not buggy at all. Okay, have it at the beginning of October instead of at the fucking end, weeks before your game's out.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Hey, tell us what doesn't work and what's broken so that we can fix it
2 months
after the fucking game comes out.
Right.
Yeah, brilliant. Way to go,
Wow.
Bethesda.
Fucking
You're awesome.
stupid. That's what I wanted to say before we started this. I'll say, can I say something's fucking retarded? Because I had this article sitting in front of me the whole time, and I've been looking at it going, this is fucking retarded.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Roundup
Pretty
time.
Well, updates. real quick.
That's what I mean by roundup. Update time.
Okay.
What? Okay.
I'm confused. All right,
Non-stock.
so yeah, a couple things going on with the war that I just want to talk about real quick. So starting today, which this will release on the 1st of October, we're kicking off the Halloween event, same thing as we did last year, just with more content, and hopefully I can actually follow through on it because I didn't really do that last time. But I've got enough pre-made content and enough ideas that I should be able to make that happen pretty realistically. So there'll be one video posted every day for a total of 31 videos throughout October, all of which will be horror themed. These videos will consist of Let's Plays and machinimas and a couple of surprises thrown in there too if Jazz cooperates.
Wow.
Jeez.
No, there's other shit too, but Jazz might have something for us.
I won't be able to. I'm stuck under this bus you just threw me under.
That's fine.
Fuck you.
The burning bus from RE2.
You're comfortable under there. It's okay.
I will work
not worried
on
about
it.
you.
I will work on it.
So Days episode 13 is still coming along slowly but surely. Currently working on sound effects, voiceovers, and a few pieces of editing. If all the lines are turned into me relatively soon, which they should be, episode 13 should be out within the month of October. I don't know when. So I will keep you guys updated and let you know from there. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything that we had. We ran a little bit over about 20
We had
minutes
more.
over
That's
what
why
I
we
was
ran
expecting.
over.
Did we run over it with the bus?
We never got the Jazz's news, and I wanted to bitch more. We had more, but we'll save that for next time.
Yeah, we'll go. We got plenty of time, plenty of episodes.
That's how it works. If you want to hear the news that I had, you have to keep
You
listening.
have to tune in next week.
You have to tune in next week.
Come back.
But yeah, so on that note, this is going to be a weekly podcast every Monday. So if you guys like this, stick around. Check us out every Monday. I'll post this on YouTube and I'll post it on the website. So yeah, so stick around. Anything you guys want to plug, Jazz?
Plug?
Yeah. YouTube, anything.
Advertise yourself.
Social media.
Oh,
Where
I mean,
can
yeah,
people find you?
you can find me on YouTube as Tipping Canoes. And hopefully one day there will be a Waffle Poop production channel, but right now it's going through my Tipping Canoes. So I got Let's Plays and I got stuff. Shitty stuff.
Shitty stuff. How about you, Cody?
Check out my music at demodemon.bandcamp.com or on Spotify. Just look up Demo Demon. Demo Demon's my YouTube channel, and hashtag T for Tits.
Yeah, hashtag T for Tits.
Hashtag T for Tits, everybody. All right,
Free.
thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.